the fuck do you? How do you go to live
on Instagram?
Yeah.
Should be pretty easy.
I thought it was.
Just
oh, there it is.
Just scroll to the right. Should be right there. Why is YouTube always being stupid? Some music. YouTube is always being stupid. Yeah, that works.
That's better, huh?
Yeah, go on that one. That works. Like, never wants to fucking work. YouTube's kind of stupid. We're live, so. Hello, everybody. We're live. Technical difficulties, like always, because YouTube sucks. YouTube's not bad. It's just, you're all right there, Chief?
40 grams down. Like nothing.
All right. That's not a big one.
Crack open the brewski.
It's a seltzer water, but that's okay. Come on, you stupid SOB. Let's close it and reopen it. All right. Do.
Fucking A.
There we go.
Here we go.
Uh-huh.
What's that music playing? You got your...
I don't know what that is. That's your...
You hear that?
Yeah, I hear it. I have no idea what that is.
Oh, that's my ear pods.
Oh, I was like, I have no idea what that is.
Hold on. It's on my phone.
Oh, okay. That sounds horrible, by the way. Yeah. Hello, everybody.
You said that already.
Who gives a fuck?
Are we in a mood today?
No.
Let's talk about the mood that we're in.
I'm just tired. So, tired. Got a lot of shit to do. And I'm tired of you being late. All right. Let's go with that. Because I got a lot of shit I got to do. But apparently what I have to do isn't fucking as important.
I never said that. I never said what you had to do was not important.
Well, it couldn't. Apparently not important because you don't like to show up on time. So it just shows.
Is that a disrespect to you?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry you feel that way.
It's okay.
I don't give a
I know. Because we're on Justin's time.
That's right.
You know, we're not
We're on Justin's time.
Which
Because
is-
it's the Justin world that we live in.
Which is pretty.
It's Justin's world on Justin's time. It's Justin's story. Justin.
Wow.
All right?
A little conceited, are we?
Oh, beyond conceited.
Yeah.
I would say if there was a word to describe beyond conceited, whatever that is, that's what I am.
Beyond conceited.
Beyond.
If there's a word
Beyond.
that means beyond.
I'm godlike.
Oh,
That's
my
what
God.
it is.
Oh God.
I'm
stop.
godlike.
Oh my God. Stop.
I'm playing.
Okay, good. Thank God, because my head, your head was about to explode.
No, my head's so fucking big, it's crazy. It's way bigger than this room is.
Yeah.
I can't even believe I fit through the door.
I'm very
I
surprised.
can't believe it.
Like,
It's a miracle every time
Do you leave
I fit
like
through the door.
Do you leave like half your ego in the car?
No, I bring all of it.
Okay.
I bring all of my fucking ego. I bring all of my competency. I bring everything. And it's a miracle that I walk through any fucking door in life.
Wow.
Yeah, miracle.
Jeez.
Beauty and Braun!
Hello, everybody.
Thank you for joining, everybody. Please subscribe to the channel. Apple, No, we're not on Apple yet. Spotify, YouTube. Shout out to Tinderbox Bakery. Go get your sweet cheat day code Beauty and Braun 15 for 15% off. She's got amazing treats. She just gave me a peanut butter cookie. This decadent peanut butter cookie.
It looks so good. Like what she makes is just
It's
absolutely
amazing.
insane.
And she reinvented her blonde Oreo brownie, and it's fucking absurd. Go check it out. Tinderboxbakery.com.
Oreo brownie.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Beauty and Braun 50% off.
Bring all of it, she says. All of it.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Bring it. Let's bring it. What are we going to bring?
Hello, guys. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hopefully, you're having a great day too. Yeah, I'm just tired, man. Like, I'm still trying to catch up from the weekend, I guess would be like the best way to put it. It was just a very long weekend. I'm just still trying to catch up from it.
Yeah, you did some wrestling, I saw.
Yeah, man, I wrestled a 7-foot monster.
7 feet tall?
Yeah, he was legit like 7 feet tall.
Oh, shit.
He made me look like when we stand together and I tower you. That's exactly how I felt.
Okay, that's cool that you say that.
Yeah. I felt very, very small.
Just imagine if we had our pants off.
That you would still look small.
I would just tower you.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
All right. But
you don't know what God blessed this guy with. And you know what's funny? That doesn't even have an addition to my ego. That I don't even put that into the ego. Imagine if I put that into the ego too. Oh my gosh.
It's fucking.
You'd be fucked. Everybody be fucked.
It's fucking huge.
That's crazy. 7 feet tall, man.
Yeah, man. And he hit like a fucking Mack truck.
Did you guys do chairs or anything?
No chairs. But he picked me up, man, like I was a fucking child. You know? Like I literally was like fucking 10 pounds. And he picked me up and like dropped me on the apron. I got fucking super high. And I didn't hit the apron properly. And I literally like it was like a double bounce. Like I bounced and I just hit the floor. And I just went, fuck. I just went, oh God, that fucking hurt. But yeah,
this is gonna be a shitty match.
No, it was actually really good, but it was just.
Well, I mean, like as far as like the hurt.
Oh yeah, dude, I knew going in, like I was like, this is gonna be like I'm gonna feel everything tomorrow, and the same thing that I have on Saturday, I'm gonna feel everything, and because.
Did you?
But yeah, I felt like Sunday. Felt absolutely everything. Like my neck was like I couldn't like move my neck. I was just like, ugh, fuck. But yeah, man, it was a good match, good crowd. It was further than I thought. Cause I thought it was gonna be in Santa Clara, and it was actually in Santa Rosa, which is above San Francisco. Mm-hmm. It's like right next to Petaluma, so it was like, and with traffic because it was graduation weekend apparently. Like getting out of town was absolutely just monstrous, and it literally took me like fucking like 5.5 hours to get up there, and it was got there, did the meet and greet, all that fun stuff, wrestled right before intermission, did intermission, went back, changed, jumped right back on the road, and came back, got home at like 3, and then I had to be up by like 6:37 because
got a few hours.
Not even that really, like barely, like because by the time I got home from the adrenaline, showered, all that, like I literally got like maybe like 2 hours.
You ever think to yourself, why am I even going to sleep?
What? Kind of, yes.
I'm doing a nap.
Yes,
I'm doing a nap here.
Yeah, that's kind of was like, why am I even? And then I stayed up all day. Like I took like maybe like a little 30-minute nap, if that. But then I just stayed up, and then went to bed at like 8:39. Woke up Monday at like 4, like I always do, and then went and did legs.
See, I feel like that sometimes where I'm like, I go to bed late and I'm like, why am I even going to bed? I want to just fucking power through the night, dude.
Yeah.
And just stay up and just caffeine it out. But that's, I never do it because I think 2 hours is better than nothing.
Right.
But it's just like, fuck, dude. When I get that dose of sleep, I just want to stay there, and I can't. I got to get up.
Yeah.
So that's why I think, why am I even doing this? What's the point?
And then when you wake up, dude, you're just so fucking groggy.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, fuck my life. Like, there's not enough coffee in the world to get me through right now.
Right.
And
right.
I had a very, very busy day on Sunday. And then my schedule is just so booked right now. It's just, and it's getting busier, which is good.
You,
which is good. It's great. Like, next week is going to be very, very busy. Like, this weekend's okay because I'm wrestling somewhat close to home, wrestling in Lompoc, so it's somewhat close to home, about 45 minutes to an hour. But next week, like, I'm gone Friday, Saturday, fly back Sunday, gone Monday, come back Tuesday. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to be absolutely dog tired, but then we have the podcast. Home Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'm gone Friday. So, like, yeah, I'm going to be pretty.
What was that?
pretty tired. Those nights suck. Yeah, they definitely do suck. But it's the love of the game, I guess. And then like, I just heard through the grapevine, Which it's public out there. I don't really need to like fabe it or anything like that. That my old boss at Ring of Honor got hired at Impact as one of the head writers. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I got invited to his wedding in November. So I'm going to go to his wedding. Rub some elbows.
Yeah, that's how to do it, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. Just getting busier and busier with everything that's going on top of everything else that you know that's going on. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm just getting a little tired, but you know, I think the reason why I'm tired is I'm still trying to catch up from the weekend.
Sure.
So
you get one good night of like 8 or 10 hours of sleep, and you're gonna be fucking revamped.
Yeah. And like last night I went to bed like a little bit later because I knew like today was like a little bit more of a chill day, but I still like I had meal prep to do. Mm-hmm. Still went and worked out. Meal prep. The podcast, I have to do a promo for, the United Wrestling Network now that I have to redo because I missaid something, and it's just like, while I'm trying to like, maybe I'll take a little bit of a nap today. Nope, don't think so.
Naps don't work. Naps, I can't do naps, man, because I fall deep into REM, and then I get pissed off when I wake up.
Because you feel like you like wasted the day?
No, I feel like I did worse by taking the nap because I end up sleeping too long.
Oh.
I can't set a timer for 20 and 30 and just do that and then wake up. It's like nothing for me.
Yeah.
And then I don't feel refreshed like most people do. I can't. It's like not worth it. I'd rather stay the fuck up and just truck, I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, man.
I wanted to, how there's things in, this is a way off topic from what we were just talking about, but it's been on my mind, and well, it's been on my mind since the podcast. We started the podcast. I'm thinking I want to ask him that. There's things in life that people take as just I don't know what to call them. They just take as Bible, like it's what you believe. It's what's supposed to be. It's like it's what's the word I'm trying to search for? It's certain things that we just naturally do or we go.
This is the way it is, and
this is the way it is. Right.
It shouldn't be fucking altered in any way, shape, and form because this is the way it goes.
Right, and it's like there's no there, and nobody questions it. Mm-hmm. Nobody thinks differently, and most people don't. They're not contrary to it or anything.
Yeah.
There are certain things like that in life, like for example, mentorship.
Yeah. Nobody
really disparages against mentorship, right? People look at mentorship, reading books, shit like that is like, oh, that's the way to go. Like that's what you should do. You should read books. You should have a mentor, et cetera, right?
Say your prayers, eat your vitamins.
Right. Okay, that's a whole different topic, right? But yeah, something like that.
That was a Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
That was Hulk Hogan back in the 80s. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins.
Right.
Yeah.
Something like where it's doctrination. We understand this to be the case. We don't question it, et cetera.
You go to school to get smart. This is why you go to school.
Yeah. One of the things in particular I just touched on it was mentorship.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you, do you believe in mentorship?
I do, yes.
Okay. I don't. And I'll tell you why I don't believe in mentorship. I don't believe in mentorship because I believe as a man, you should find your own path and way in life. And you should get scarred and beat up and bruised in the process. I'm a firm believer in that. I'm a firm believer in you get hurt and then you learn from the hurt. You don't learn from learning, just learning. You learn from doing and being involved. Mm-hmm. And if getting hurt in the process is a part of it, then that's what happens. But you learn. It's like you touch a stove. It's hot. You get fucking burned. You don't do that shit no more.
Right.
But if somebody tells you, hey, man, don't touch a stove. It's hot. You're like, is it though? And then you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't really know. Okay, so that's just an illustration here. But what I'm saying is, and I also should preface this with, if you have a good or decent or great father in the household,
mm-hmm.
a nuclear household, you had a great father, somebody to emulate, look up to. I don't think as a man, you should need any other mentor. However, because that should be your mentor. However, if you don't have that, and maybe you weren't blessed with that opportunity because of something or other, then absolutely, man. Maybe you would need more guidance in life, and maybe it would advocate for a mentor. However, that's not typically the case with most people. Most people have their fathers. It's a very select few that don't come up in the household with having a good guidance for a father. Now, those people still look for mentors. And I think those people that are in that position, that have good fathers raising them, are doing a disservice to their father. Their father should be the one that they emulate. Their father should be the one that they admire. If he was provided, he was a good subject to be admired by. You shouldn't need any other path in life. Any other path that you do have, you create on your own. But you have the nuts and the bolts from your father. It's what he's supposed to teach you in life, growing up. If you have that, you don't need a fucking mentor. You need to figure shit out on your own accord. Don't look for other people's blueprints. I have a fucking problem with that. And the reason why I bring this up is because I had somebody try selling me on a mentorship program from one of these big, influencers on social media, YouTube, etc. And I said to him, this no bullshit, I said to him, I don't believe in mentorship. And he was promulgating and like, this is something that everybody does. And obviously, because nobody questions that shit. Nobody questions mentorship. Nobody questions, you got to read lots of books to get smart. Dude, you can read all the fucking books you want. But if you don't apply anything in your life, if you don't go through the actions, none of it means nothing. None of it means anything. And so he said he was in an effort trying to get me to this guy's mastermind course, trying to get me to his events when he holds events and shit like that. And, being under his mentorship, could this guy, do you think we could provide, he was asking me, do you think we would be able to provide, he would be able to, this person, I don't want to out him or name him, but he would be able to provide value to you as a mentorship? I said, I don't fucking want a mentorship. I don't need to look to some other man. I said, the only man I look to, and I've said this fucking numerous times, the only man I look to, and I'm blessed to say this, and I'm very grateful to say this, and I know that not everybody can say this, but God blessed me with a man in my life that is the only man that I look to for guidance, for strength, for masculinity, etc. It's my father. I'm not going to follow another man. Especially I'm not going to fucking pay another man to tell me what to fucking do. I don't care if he's a billionaire. I don't care. That's beta bitch shit. I want to fucking figure out my own path, even if that means me getting there 10 years later and me having all the bruises and scars as a result of it. Because you know what that means? That means testimony. And testimony is impactful. And people can resonate with testimony. But if you have nothing to fucking go off of, no testimony, how is anybody going to be impacted by what you say? Because all you did is regurgitate what you read or regurgitate what someone else taught you. Do you believe that you have to teach your own lessons that you learn in life?
Yes and no. Because I did not grow up with a father in the house. Okay, my father passed when I was 12, right when I was getting into my teen years. And every man that decided to try to come into my life as a mentor, I pushed away. Right? And in the profession that I am in with professional wrestling, you're always constantly learning. Okay? Which you're taking your bumps, you're taking your bruises, just like you said, right? It's always good to have another eye to not necessarily direct you, but to say, hey, that was good, but maybe I would have turned it up here or did this here, or I would have moved this way, or I would have done this way just because of the camera was this way, or, so on and so forth. So those kind of mentors that I've had in the wrestling business to help me get where I am today have been, bar none, some of the best, right? And I look for guidance through them because they've been to where I want to go so they can help guide me to get there. Now, do I sit there and go, oh, poor me, pity me, yada, 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 blah, 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 pull me? No. I send them stuff. They go and they critique it, right? Just like people send me stuff and I critique it for them, right? And I've been in the business long enough where I can sit there and mentor younger people, right, that are trying to get to the next level, right, as well as I'm trying to elevate myself by people that have been to the WWE or to, wherever it is that they've made their Hall of Fame name off of, to help me get to where they're at. So I do believe in mentorship, right? Now, do I believe in, I guess my mentorship is a little bit different from kind of what you're saying, with, another man guiding you through life, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I believe that whether it's a man in life or a strong woman in life, right? A strong woman who is a good mother to their kids can help guide them through life as well as a man can, because sometimes the man isn't there in the life, right? And I had to learn, because my mother wasn't all there all the time. I had to learn myself, my bumps, my bruises, my, all of the other stuff. So as I teach the younger generation that is coming up underneath me, I'm guiding them in the right way, right? It seems to be a lot of...
No.
Okay. But the way our society is right now, and you were very lucky to have your father in your life, because the way society is right now is, and this is no shot at any woman, so please, a lot of women do not allow the man to be part of the kid's life because it's a punishment to the man, because they withhold a child from the father to try to be a father because of something that he did to that woman. You understand what I'm saying? So I know I'm kind of going off topic, but I'm just saying I do believe in mentorship, and it's okay to mentor other people as long as you're guiding them in the right direction and not in a bad direction. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know that there are plenty of single mothers out there that are absolutely fucking killing it to try to provide for their youngers, to guide them in the right direction. And I know that there are some women out there, not all women, there are some women that will hold their kid back from their father because of she doesn't like the dad because he moved on in his life, right? So she holds the kid as a toy to punish said man. And that's not right. If the man wants to be in that kid's life, you should allow him to be in that kid's life, whether you have this huge fucking grudge against him because he went out and fucking cheated on you and he found something better. It doesn't fucking matter, because the bottom line is you're hurting the child more than you are hurting him.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Everything is situational, obviously.
Absolutely.
However, there are certain constructs that you should land on, and I think that one of them is to parent the child as co-parents, no matter what's going on, and not hold grudges against the female or the male for what they did or didn't do or what have you, for the future of that child.
Yeah.
And especially when it comes to like raising a man. The things are different when you raise a boy apart from raising a girl. They're different. Like the boy needs the father in his life. Unless his father's a deadbeat piece of shit.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's obviously different. But
and I agree with that. If the father is a deadbeat piece of shit and he doesn't want anything to do with the kids, then absolutely do what you have to do to protect said child from said person. Right? But if the father is a good human being, good member of society, I'm not going to say good human being because who knows what happened between you two, right? And he wants to be actively in the child's life and tries everything he can to be actively in that child's life. And you are holding this somewhat grudge against him because he fucking moved on without your ass. That is wrong on your part. 100% wrong on your part. Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the chats. So Tinderbox Bakery says there seems to be a lot of young adults that are soft because they don't have the accountability of a strong male or female.
I agree.
LG, well said. Tavia Litfield, great point, you guys. Shout out to you, Tavia. Jessica Gray, those are the worst. Unless it's absolutely unsafe for the children to be around a parent, both deserve the right to parent. Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And that's the crazy part in the society. The crazy part in the society is, and especially in the court system, the court system for males is so fucking corrupt when it comes to males trying to be a father to their kids. It is so fucking corrupt. And it sucks. And I've fucking been there. And it's bullshit. Right? They always side with the mother. Always side with the mother. When all he's trying to do is be a good father to that child. They always.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. And I wish I fucking did. And I wish I had an answer for you. But I don't fucking have an answer for you. But I know it's absolutely fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's weird because men on average make more money than women do, and you would think that they would want the child to be with the one who's providing the most.
And what happens is the father gets taken to the fucking cleaners.
Yeah.
Because of how much money he makes. So now the mother is sitting at home living off the child support, and it's not going to said child, it's going to said mother.
And attorney.
And all that other bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what frustrates me so much about this whole fucking issue. It fucking pisses me off, man. When guys that are trying to just be good fucking fathers, trying to be good, and we just had Father's Day, right? Good fucking fathers. Now, I am very blessed when it comes to that side. Very blessed, right? And I'm not going to get into that, but I'm very blessed when it comes to that, okay? But there are people out there. There are fucking women out there. And I'm not hating on women. I'm sorry, but fuck. That will hold their child for ransom. Just to get back at said father. And it's fucking bullshit. And all you're doing is hurting the child. That's all you're doing is hurting the child. Because every time you talk bad about him in front of that child, right? Putting bad thoughts in that child's head about said father, all you're doing is setting a bad precedent for that child. That's all you're doing. Man, you fucking hit it. You turned a little bit of a you dug that knife in just a little deep there, bud.
Hey, that's good.
Fuck.
We like it.
Fuck, man. I'm very passionate about that shit, man. I really believe that fathers need to be fathers.
Jessica Gray, I'll be spoiling grandkids on unpaid back child support. LG, it's more common now than ever. It's so sad.
It really is. And I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand why a father would not want to be in his child's life. I don't get it. I don't get that either. Fucking boggles my mind. How you could bring a beautiful person into this world and want nothing fucking to do with them. What?
Yeah, I don't get that shit, man.
What?
Yeah.
And people that are continuing to reproduce, that have multiple kids out there, but not in any of their lives. What the fuck?
Yeah. I'll tell you, the thing that scares me the most about getting married to
anybody
getting married in general is, and we having a family, is that if that woman were to betray me, and there's only one thing she could do to betray me, it would be absolutely over, no matter if we had 1 kid or 10 kids.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter. I couldn't look at that woman the same.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to kiss her.
Yep.
I wouldn't be able to definitely be intimate with her.
Yep.
I wouldn't want to have any part with her. I wouldn't, nothing. And it's a bummer because I would break up the family for that. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't be able to do that though. I wouldn't be able to live amicably with somebody and genuinely knowing that she did that.
Now, here's a question for you. Why do you think she did that?
She wouldn't do that because I'm a top tier male. I'm just saying that if she did, then that would be the case. I'd have to leave.
Fuck.
Shout out to Tavia Litfield. Not fair to you men and the kids. LG, I'm loving through that right now, unfortunately. I'm living through that right now, unfortunately. I think that's what she meant to say.
Yeah.
But I've gotten by just fine. Shout out to you. LG. Jessica Gray, I don't either. LG, the kids too. You know, I mean, the woman is going to cheat if you're not fulfilling her needs, clearly. And because obviously women don't cheat on the same biases that men cheat. But
Right.
if that woman were to cheat, that's obviously meaning that I'm not giving her enough attention. I'm not giving her enough affection. I'm not providing for her in a certain way. Maybe she doesn't feel protected by me any longer. You know, multiple things. But it's just, if that were the case, I'd have to accept the L. But it doesn't mean that I could still be with that woman after she did what she did. And I'd have to leave. I could not live with that. I mean, we can co-parent, obviously. That's going to be a bummer because that's not what my parents. That didn't happen in my household.
Right.
You know, I didn't grow up like that. And fortunately, I didn't grow up like that. I'm very fortunate for my childhood, bro. Very, very fortunate. And that's no sting on anybody who didn't have that. I'm just very fortunate. I was blessed with good parents, man.
Yeah.
What can I say? I was born into that family, and I plan to take that on to my family, and do what my dad did, and yeah, so. You know, it's a bummer for all those people. It's very unfortunate for all those people who didn't grow up in that type of a household, that nuclear household, and have that understanding of what it means to have that nucleus and centered around that nucleus. But if you do, then you uphold that to the best of your ability. You know. Word, G. Cheers.
Yeah. Just let men be fathers. Bottom line, let men be fathers. If they want to be a father, let them be a father. Don't hold the kids away from them at all. You should be happy. You should be very fucking happy that he still wants to be there for the children. Like, you should be fucking stoked, because that doesn't fucking happen very often. It really doesn't. And you should be absolutely. You want to go pick up fucking Daisy from fucking school? Go for it. Absolutely, go. Do it. Go have daddy-daughter, daddy-son time, whatever, you know? If he wants to fucking coach Little League with the fucking boy, go. Yeah, do it. You should allow that. Absolutely. Because all you're doing is you're showing the kid that co-parenting can work. That just because mommy and daddy aren't together doesn't mean that they don't love you. That means that they love you unconditionally, that they're not going to bring their problems that they have with each other and bring them to you. They're going to set their shit aside and focus on you or said kids or however many fucking kids there are. And we're going to show you guys that we love you unconditionally. And if you want to go with dad for the weekend, go with dad for the weekend. You want to go with mom for the weekend, go with mom for the weekend. Here's where shit gets fucked up. Is when jealousy. That's where shit gets fucked up with co-parenting. Is jealousy. Is when the other person brings another person into the relationship. That's where shit gets fucked up. When a woman meets a man or a man meets a woman and they're dating, and then all of a sudden they want to bring in this person into the world with the child, that's where shit gets fucked up, because what happens is other parent gets fucking jealous as fuck. So then there's animosity. There's tension, right? And that isn't what needs to happen. You need to understand that one of you two are going to move on with your lives. If not, both of you guys are going to move on with your lives, whether it's finding another spouse or staying single. It's whatever the fuck, right? Sooner or later, one of you guys are going to find a spouse, and you're going to have to be okay with said spouse. It's just going to have to happen, okay? And once you realize that said spouse isn't going anywhere, and all they want to do is make things better for the child as well, which means that, hey, more love to the child, you should allow it to happen. Put your fucking feelings aside. Put them, yell in a fucking pillow. I don't give a fuck. Be good co-parent.
All right.
All right.
Next topic.
Where the fuck did that topic go? We were talking about mentorship, then all of a sudden we got on.
Tavia Litfield says, yes, Sledge, that's so right. LG, that's when maturity plays a part.
Absolutely. But what happens is children are having children.
Yeah.
That's it. Bottom line, children are having children.
Yeah.
Young kids are having children, and all of a sudden it turns into fucking World War III. And all it does is hurt the children. That's all it does is hurt the kid. Right? It hurts the kid. Because every time you talk bad about that said person or that said person's spouse, honestly, it just makes you look like an absolute douchebag. It truly does.
When you what?
Say like the woman. Say like the woman talks bad about the man's.
Oh right.
Yeah. Oh, she's fucking a gold digging bitch or whatever the fuck. Fuck her. That's not your mom.
That's just dramatics.
Yeah, you know.
This is too much.
Yeah, that's not your mom. I'm the mom. I'm the mom. You say, you know, but when she's in said house, that's the stepmom or the girlfriend or whatever the fuck. So yeah, you have to listen to her to a point. Yes.
Right, but yeah, where do you think that line is drawn?
I think there needs to be some kind of mutual understanding with the man. Like, say it's the man's girlfriend or whatever it is. Say, understand that, hey, you're coming into this, right? But you need to understand that Timmy has a mom. Okay? Timmy has a mom. She's a great mom. Okay? All you need to do, just try to be friends. That's it. Don't try to fucking parent. Okay? It's okay if we need to agree on something together that happens underneath our roof that has something to do with Timmy, right? But when it comes to any kind of hardcore decisions, that has something to do with me and the mother. Because automatically that is our child, not your child. And 9 times out of 10, the girlfriend or the wife, whatever she is, she gets a little jelly. Reason for that is now she wants one of her own because now she wants to make, you understand what I'm saying? And then it turns into this big old fucking clusterfuck. You know what I'm saying? But co-parenting is very, very important. Used to read that? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. There you go.
You would say it's probably easier for a woman to get involved with a man that has kids apart from a man that has kids, or apart from a man getting involved with a woman who has kids, huh?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
Would you say it's easier for a woman to get involved with a man who has kids already, or a man to get involved with a woman who has kids already?
It depends on what either one wants. If a man doesn't want kids, right, and is okay with female having the kids that she has, cool. 9 times out of 10, the woman will want to have kids of her own, right? So when she gets involved with a man who has kids, she's going to want some of her own to make that relationship whole.
Do you think that's more than a man wanting kids of his own?
I
Do you
think
think
that's
a woman wants kids of her own?
I think a woman wants kids of her own more than a man wants kids, honestly.
And that's based off of what you've experienced in real life? Or?
I think it definitely based on shit that I've definitely dealt with more in real life for fuck sure.
Do you think that a man wants to continue his last name?
If he has a boy with the girl, then his last name continues.
Right. But
If he has a female, that's a tough question. It really is. I
do
don't
you think a man thinks about that?
I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know. I really don't. I know you probably do, right? Because you want your heritage to continue. And in marriage, you don't nowadays in the world of 2003, not 1960.
2003, 2023.
2023. Sorry, not fucking 1960. Sometimes where you live.
When things were good.
When
Traditional. The lines weren't blurred.
Right. The woman doesn't always have to take the man's last name when they get married.
No, I know. That's why I see all this hyphen bullshit.
You don't even have to hyphen.
Yeah, well, that's a disrespect to the man, no?
You know, you don't even have to hyphen.
You don't
know?
think that's a disrespect to the man?
Uh,
I'll tell you what, that'd be a deal breaker if a woman didn't respect me and take my last name.
would you hyphen it? Would you allow her to
No, I
hyphen?
would not marry her, period. I don't care if we had the best relationship. I don't care if we blended the best together. I
Yeah.
don't care if she said, I'm not going to take my last name or your last name, because I'd be like, who are you? You're single now. You're single now.
You're single.
This is not even up for debate.
We're not even going to talk about it.
No, because there are certain things, there are certain non-negotiables, and I would think honestly, I don't know you. If you are acting this way and you don't take you're not happy and looking forward to take my last name, who are you? You're single now. You're for the fucking streets. I don't know who you are, and that's how I would. That's blatant disrespect to a man, and that's the woman has to see it that way. It's not about the woman and her feelings. It's about the way the way her partner, the way her leader sees it. You have to care about that, and you as the woman not caring about that and saying, "Oh, I'm not taking it." You don't care about me and respecting me. Period. And that's what a man searches for is respect.
How do you spell it?
Anyways, let's go to chats.
RESPECT.
Jessica Gray used to be like that with my ex. Kids could go anytime, no question. Then he had another with someone else, and she cut off any extra time. The hurt when he told me they couldn't go over because she said no.
Yeah, and that is a female cutting off that said part of the family because now she has her own family, and that's bullshit. I would not stand as a man, as a father. I would not stand for that in any way, shape, and form.
Bottom line,
I would be like, fuck you.
Bottom line, try not to get involved with people who already have pre-made families. Try to make a family of your own. Unless you are not wanting to have kids of your own, then you want to accept someone else's children, that's the man's children or something. That's the only way this shit really works that well. You know, I mean, and even then there's some discrepancies.
Oh yeah.
It's like just make a family of your own, man. There's so many fucking people on this planet. Make a family of your own if you don't want the discrepancies and the back and forth, you know?
How long do you believe that people should date before you pop the question?
I think as a man, you know, after a year,
After
maybe
a year?
even shorter than that, if you want to marry this woman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can tell you that I get 90% there within 6 months if I know if this is the woman for me or not. The biggest thing in question for me is, am I going to be enough for her? Because I want to be more than enough. I want to provide exponentially. I got to have things in order, things in plan that I can extend to her. That's my main focus.
Do you believe that you should live together first, so you guys can?
Yeah,
like,
I believe that.
So you guys can like understand the way each other live.
Either that, or you should spend lots of time at the other's household, spending the night occasionally or often. You know, you should get an understanding of what it means.
Equally,
how that
though.
person
Equally,
lives.
though.
Yes.
Yeah.
How that person lives. If they're organized in their bedroom, if they're organized in the kitchen, just in general, you should have a way of understanding about that person. Yeah. Before you merge the two together.
Absolutely, because sometimes there's some kinks and shit, like not kinks, but like some habits that you don't know about, and you're like, oh, well, fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, 12 red flags. Just kidding. No. And then after marriage, how long do you think you should wait to have children?
I mean, I think you can go right away.
You believe so? Like right
yeah,
away?
I mean, if you're financially set, if you're financially capable of doing so, then don't wait. Just go.
Start
a family.
Start humping.
Start a family, man. You know, what's the point of waiting?
Now, what if? What if you get said person pregnant before marriage?
You mean out of wedlock?
Out of wedlock. Now, do you marry her right away? Say you've been together, I don't know, 4 months. Do you pop the question? Because now you're starting a family. Now there's that family aspect, right?
I think it definitely heightens the urgency.
Uh-huh.
And I think in that position,
What if she's not ready?
if she's not ready to get married,
Mm-hmm.
I guess she's not married then. I guess that she says no to you. But I mean, if you've made a child with a woman, go ahead.
Reason why I'm asking, right, is to say that, you know, she's pregnant, right? Whoever the fuck we're talking about, we'll just say Mary Lou, right? You're dating fucking Mary Lou, and you get her pregnant out of wedlock, right? But she's not ready to get locked down with you yet. Reason for that is because maybe she feels like you're like impulsing, not what's the right word? Panic Mary, I guess would be the best way to put it. Like, oh shit, she's pregnant. I gotta marry her really quick, and all of a sudden she kind of feels that, like, oh no, wait, we can pump the brakes, calm down. Like, I'm just fucking pregnant here. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to fucking go and jump off the fucking bridge and get married right away. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I've never seen that with a woman.
I've seen it.
I've seen it with men, but typically it's the woman that wants to get married up. You know, it's the men that have some reservations.
Sometimes
What women do you interact with? I've never interacted with these women. Women are the ones that want to get fucking married, even if they're not pregnant. Like, they want to get they dream about getting married.
I agree.
And then the men are like one they're saying, hey, just relax a little bit.
Whoa.
They're the ones that have the reservations.
I was just picking up my spoon. Calm down. Yeah. I was just picking up my spoon.
I think that has I think that has some transmutability with the other sex, like the men, but not with the woman. I think the woman not all, obviously, but most women, they want to get married. And if they're allowing you inside them, and they're allowing
inside of me.
if they're allowing you to, you know, if they're being led by you, and they respect you and they admire you, I mean, and it's been for some time, that woman, I mean, she sees you as a viable candidate.
Right, but what if it hasn't been some time? What if it's 4 months?
I mean,
and shit happens all the time.
Sure, but I mean, that's analogous to like a one-night stand, basically.
Right,
to some degree.
Right. Okay, let's go there. All right.
A one-night stand.
Yeah. What if you get a girl pregnant one-night stand, and then you're like, oh fuck, what do we do? Right, and she goes, well, I don't believe in abortion.
Sure.
And you're like, okay, well, neither do I. Do you want to date?
Let's date. Let's make this work.
Right. But what if, like, say it doesn't work? Right? Say she's just like, you're not the guy I thought you were. Or you're not the girl I thought you were.
Well, then you have a mess to clean up for 18 years.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
That sucks. But I mean, that's the case.
That's the way.
That's life.
That's the fucking world we live in right now.
Right. But I mean, you either believe or you don't believe in abortion. You either believe that child has rights before it's even born, and you treat it like a living thing, or you're like, you know what, we could just easily absolve ourselves of this and move on with our lives. Yeah, it's just based on your moral principles, your moral landscape. So I mean, to each their own, right?
Do you believe in abortion?
No, I believe that you can do whatever the fuck you want with your body, clearly, but you have to also take into consideration a viable life form that's forming. And, you know, I didn't always think that way.
Okay.
But I do think that way today, current day. And it's just, yeah. So, I mean, if I was to have a child right now, if I was to get somebody pregnant that I was dating or whatever, I mean, I would just level up. And I would have to, because that's what my choice was. Life is about choices.
Absolutely.
And everybody makes their choices for themselves in life.
Absolutely.
And if you're going to choose to have sex, choose also to understand that you might potentially form a life in the result of that act that you're carrying out.
I just want to let you know, I'm pregnant.
Honestly, if it was a person I was dating, she said she was pregnant, I don't want to give any women any ideas that might be listening. But if they said they were pregnant and I was really into them, and you know, I could see potential, I would.
You don't see potential?
There would honestly be a sense of
fun.
excitement, and because that's also what I'm after in life. I'm after a family.
Just touch my hand.
I'm at, yeah. Let's go to chat. Jessica Gray.
Inside
it was
you.
crazy because she was amazing with mine. She's talking about her children.
Yep.
And they had one of their own. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was just like, cut them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Tinderbox Bakery, you should also understand how they manage their finances. She's talking about when the two come together.
Correct.
And living together in that sort of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Manage your finances is a big one.
I think that's huge. I think that's more. I think people, how they manage their finances is more important than said the little quirks that they have. Honestly, because if somebody can't manage their finances,
I mean, that's what
like people are. You're just gonna fucking break the fucking.
most of divorces end because of financial reasons.
Because of financial reasons, Love
But
the-
most of the time, it's because the men are brokies and the women seek a different provider.
Well, yeah, that and sometimes the woman can just live outside her means. And
What do you mean?
Like, I got to go get my nails done every fucking week and all this other bullshit that sometimes you don't necessarily, like living outside their means where they're like, hey, we got to tighten the reins down just a little bit. Maybe you can't go get your fucking nails done this week. And then all of a sudden she's just like, he's a broke motherfucker. It's like, no, I'm trying to save for a nice vacation, motherfucker. Calm down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm just trying to save for a nice vacation for the family, like for a cruise. Like, calm down. You don't need to go get your fucking Freddy Krueger nails this fucking week, all right? Oh, my God. I saw somebody. Oh, I told you about my nail thing, right?
Yeah.
How I think, like, long-ass nails are fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
And I saw somebody yesterday, and
It's not, honestly, long ass nails are not feminine to me.
I wanted to fucking puke. Like, I literally wanted to projectile fucking vomit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were fucking out to here. And if you have to fucking knuckle everything because you can't fucking go like this, you have to go like this because your nail's too fucking long,
Yeah.
makes me want to fucking vomit.
I'm not into that long
I don't
nail
know.
shit either.
Where the fuck did this fad come from with long ass fucking nails? What is it? Please, chat, explain this shit to me. If you cannot work your fucking cellular phone because your fucking thumb fucking nail is too fucking long, you have a problem. If you cannot type on a fucking touchscreen because your nails are too fucking long, you have a problem. So please, enlighten me what this fucking long ass nail fad is. Because it doesn't make you look hot. Any way, shape, and form. The clink, your fucking nails together makes me want to throw the fuck up.
What else does it make a woman hot?
What?
What else does it make a woman hot?
The question.
Jessica Gray, after I questioned how they wipe their...
Yeah!
I questioned how they
No
wipe their
shit,
ass
right?
after number 2.
Without fucking scratching their fucking beehole.
Tavia Littlefield, the man and woman should sit down, talk, and make sure their finances are good enough before having kids. Yes, and you should be with a man who's not a brokey, period.
When do you believe that you're financially right to have a child, though? Because children are expensive as fuck. And the older they get, the more expensive they get.
It depends on if you have aspirations of sending that child to a private school, getting private expensive daycare, etc., lacing them up with Jordans or whatever. But I mean,
Fuck.
you can it's expensive for sure, but
putting Lululemon all over them.
that's the move right there. If
That is
Lululemon
not
made
the move.
If Lululemon made baby clothes, my baby would be draped up in Lulu.
Fuck.
Tinderbox Bakery, I heard that it's the guys like nails. I don't know. It's for me. I can't have them. Amen. Please don't.
You think it's a guy thing? Guys like long ass nails?
Oh, I don't know. Guys like fat asses and big tits, period, and nice lips. But apart
Ding.
from that,
We could give 2 fucks about your nails.
I don't give a shit. I give a shit if you have. Okay, what else? What else is not hot on a woman?
Oh man.
Because we know what's not hot on a man for a woman. We know that. We hear it every day. We don't need to go into that. We know what women want. What does a man want in a woman? And what's not hot on a woman? Let's inform the women out there.
What's not hot on a woman? I'm gonna get in trouble for this.
Gives a fuck.
I know. You ever heard of a wine body?
You mean upside down, like a pear?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
That's not hot.
If you displace fat in unfavorable areas,
yes.
Okay, that's genetics. You can't really do anything about that. But you can omit yourself from eating like a fat ass and like an asshole.
Yes.
So you can discard certain foods from your mouth from entering your mouth. You can develop discipline and only eat certain calories or a certain amount of calories throughout the day. You can exercise. You can augment yourself naturally through the means of physical exertion.
And don't wear tight ass fucking clothes to the gym.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Fuck.
Mic drop. Because that's very important. I know a lot. I've seen lots of women, and by the way, not disparaging against these women. I am, however, saying that if you are over fat, don't wear certain tight clothing. Like what you see all your fitness influencers wear because they have the bodies to wear them.
Yeah.
Just because you look up to these women and they're these, quote, fitness influencers, unquote, doesn't mean that because you buy those same clothes, you have the affordability to wear them in the physical realm or in the physical sense. Meaning, have the body before you wear the fucking shit. It's same goes for a guy that's 150 pounds soaking wet. Don't wear a stringer tee.
Don't wear a stringer tee.
Don't wear a stringer tank, That doesn't look good on you, bro.
No.
You have to have lots of muscle.
Or a white beater.
Yeah, or that. But you have to have a lot of muscle to be able to afford to wear a stringer tank.
Yeah.
And for the ones who don't know what stringer tanks are, they're very thin straps. Tank tops, they're T-backs, the razorbacks.
If you see me in the gym, I wear one most of the time. It's fine. Because I got muscles to do it.
Kind of.
No, I do. I did something very out of my comfort zone today, and I felt very... let's go to chats real quick.
Okay. The Tavia Littfield, the man and woman should sit down to make sure they're... Oh, no, I already said that.
You already said
Tinderbox Bakery, I heard that it's the guys... Oh, I said that shit.
Yep.
What the fuck? Tinderbox Bakery, what about a woman's personality? She curses like a sailor.
I don't care.
I can deal with a little bit of cursing. However, a lot of cursing is masculine to me. And so I don't like a lot of cursing. And I'm more tradcon, traditional conservative. So I don't like a woman, like I'm like my grandpa. I don't like a woman that curses like a lot, even though I curse a lot. I think that there's a lot of femininity in restraining from cursing when it's coming out of a woman's mouth. I don't know. For me, that's just not...
See, I don't... It doesn't bug me. I'm like, yo, if we could sit there and fucking have a conversation, every other word out of your mouth is fuck, I don't care. It's cool. We're just bullshitting. We're having a good time. I don't give a fuck. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like more the masculine woman, though.
I like a little bit stronger of a woman. I do.
No. Strength is not masculinity typically when it comes from a woman. I like a strong woman, too.
I like a woman that can help me move a couch.
I mean, that's not too hard for most women to do. Help you with a couch.
You would be surprised, brother.
Especially if they're in the gym and they work out,
You know.
Are you into a woman that does steroids to compete?
It doesn't bother me. I mean, if that's what she feels like she has to do to compete, it doesn't bother me. As long as she...
What if her facial structure changed?
You mean like a little bit more of a manly structure?
It got masculine. Would you be okay with that?
Like
let's say...
Oh, okay.
You are with a woman who's not working out, not training hard like that, or he just goes to the gym occasionally, maybe has a 3 or 4 day a week split, and then she starts all of a sudden getting really involved with like physique training, and then she has aspirations of doing competitions. Then she gets ready to do competitions, hires coaches, posing coaches, diet coaches, etc. And maybe perhaps one or both of the coaches feed her the recipe of what to do in terms of anabolic steroids. And then you start seeing her facial structure change. She starts getting more muscle in her frame than she can naturally accrue. And again, the facial structure starting to change, voice starting to deepen just a little bit.
But,
What do you do in that position?
uh,
I'll tell you what, my broad, single. I don't want that shit.
See, it doesn't bug me. It really doesn't. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking weird. It's just it doesn't. If I'm in love with that person, if that person wants to go that route,
You know that love is conditional, right?
yes,
All right.
absolutely.
So there's conditions on it, and that's if you're starting to turn or transform into a fucking man. Don't think so. And I'm not saying a man obviously with genitalia. I'm just saying like you're starting to develop masculine traits that attract.
So you
to
don't like
me.
you don't like women that are super muscular.
No, absolutely not.
See, I don't mind it. I really don't. I kind of like women.
You have to maintain your femininity. Just like if I were a bitch man with no muscle and frail and feeble looking, you wouldn't like me if you're a woman. I would not be as attractive.
I don't know. There's a lot of women out there that like little skinny ass white
Yeah, because
boys,
they're masculine and they need to fucking overpower the man.
you know.
They're feminists typically, and they need to overpower the man because again, there can't be a yang and a yang. There can't be a yin and a yin. There's got to be a yin to a yang, and that's what you're seeing. You're seeing the lines become blurred and opposite, and that's why that woman likes that man because she's the masculine form. That man, so naturally she can't seek another masculine counterpart. She's got to seek a feminine counterpart or a beta male. And that's typically what happens. That's what typically in real form what comes with a beta male is a feeble, weak man. Because then the attributes that are co-aligned with that are lack of discipline, lack of fortitude, lack of strength in general, lack of competition, lack of competence.
I think in my mind, if she's happy with the way that she looks, and she's gained more confidence from working out more and getting on stage, and if that means that she's fucking doing a little VAR here and there, you know, or whatever, you know, I'm okay with it, and that's just me. I really am. As long as she is happy. And is she still showing those? Just because she's gotten a little bit more muscular, and yeah, maybe her voice got a little bit more deeper, but she's still showing that she has a feminine side to her, and she's not like a full like transgender. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm okay with it. Like I said, I like a woman that can help me move a couch, and I think women with muscles, 6-pack. Nice, you know. I'm okay with it. I'm
You
okay.
wanna fuck a man?
No, I didn't say that. Anyway, what? Because a woman has 6-pack, she's a man?
No, when she has like when we're talking about females that are on gear, and they're muscular and fucking hard. You want to fuck with that?
I would fuck with it. Hell yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah. Hell
See,
yeah.
This is what the coined phrase comes from. This is where the coined phrase comes from. To each their own.
Yeah.
You know.
This is why
Some men also like getting gagged with a fucking dildo.
Yeah, that's not me. Yeah. Nope. We're good with that
To
one.
each their own.
Yeah. Some dudes like to get fucking like
Pegged.
Yeah, and just like beat up by women. Like, nah,
Right.
I'm a little bit more. I'm way more dominant than that. So.
Anyways, yeah. I can't. I'm not saying that the women that are, you know, going down that path of unnatural muscular gain, they're not still great personalities and awesome brain chemistry, but it doesn't mean that that's attractive to me now.
Mm-hmm.
That is now unattractive to me. And I mean, like I said, do whatever the fuck, dude, but if you want to keep the interest in me, you're going to not do that. And we're going to have that conversation beforehand. I would assume that if you're with a woman and she decides to compete and fucking compete hard, where she's unnatural, which you don't have to be unnatural.
Right.
You do, that's a choice again. We should have that conversation, and that should be something that you bring up to me and we decide as a unit, because
Absolutely.
we're a unit together.
100%. Now, it's the same thing of like, it's the same thing as if you're with a partner and you're a dude and you decide to jump on gear and you don't let her know. You're technically lying.
Right.
You're hiding shit.
Right.
Okay. It is a again, back to co-parenting. It's back to a coexistence. Understanding that once a guy or female jumps on gear, hormones are going to go through the roof. Things are going to be a little rocky for a little bit, and they both need to be on the same page with it. Absolutely, 100%. I cannot disagree with you.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
it's just insane, man. Women bodybuilding, men bodybuilding is insane too. The way
I think women bodybuilding is getting more popular nowadays because bodybuilding is getting more popular. And I think that women gym rats, I guess would be the best way to put it, are getting more popular. Now, there's a difference between a woman that goes to the gym and is actually in the gym getting her fucking work in, and there's a difference between a woman that just goes to the gym just to post on social fucking media. All right? To say that they're a gym rat, quote unquote. And trust me, I see it all the fucking time, especially on the fucking tick of the talk. It's just absolutely ridiculous that some of these people are, calling themselves gym influencers. And it's like, do you even lift? Like, what the fuck?
Well, what I can't stand also is the kids that are in the gym and they're posing more than they're working out.
Yeah.
What are you posing? I really want to ask, what are you posing? You don't have any muscles, dude.
Yeah.
You have body fat that's like probably around 20%. You have little itty bitty muscles underneath that shit. What are you fucking posing?
Yeah.
You're fat, bro. Stop posing. I'm a fucking specimen and you don't see me posing. And I have the fucking right to pose. I've competed in numerous competitions. I have a fucking lengthy background in bodybuilding. I don't fucking even do it. I even think that shit's lame. Unless you're competing and actively going into a show. But then if you're doing that, you pose in a posing room by yourself or with your coach.
Or like in the corner, like where no one can really see you. Like you don't do it just out fucking open in public.
Out in the open, right?
Yeah. If you're in the gym and like you're getting that fucking gnarly back workout and you want to get those fucking lats spread, do it in the corner. It's okay to do it in the corner. All right?
Low key, dude, people do that because they want people to look at them, period. When you pose, I don't care if it's in a corner or in the middle of fucking everybody, you're doing that because you want people to see you pose and think you're fucking serious about this. Real serious motherfuckers, they don't fucking sit there and pose in front of people. They don't sit there and fucking pose last spreads or do a front double by or do anything like that.
I won't ever do a front double by in front of people. Like that's,
well, what I'm saying is they don't do that. They train their fucking ass off. They put their head down. They fucking train hard, and then they fucking leave. And if they need to pose, they pose at their house in front of their mirror, or they pose in the posing room. Bodybuilding's a fucking joke nowadays, dude. Bodybuilding competition is a fucking joke. Everybody that competes in bodybuilding, especially the pros, they're all fucking puppets. For the master puppeteer, the judges that are in the federation that's telling you, you need to do this, you need to look like this to fucking win. And meanwhile, they're fucking wrecking their internals. They're wrecking their bodies. They're wrecking their livers. They're fucking exploiting their heart to massive complications in the future. They're fucking all jokes. I don't care who the fuck we're talking about. I don't care if we're talking about Phil Heath. I don't care if we're talking about the best of the best, dude. I don't care if we're talking about C-Bomb. Jokes. They're fucking jokes. Because they're all fucking pandering to what the judges want. They're all pandering to whatever they say you need to look like, no matter what it means to their body. They know that they're going to have a short lifespan because of this. Look, we haven't even had 100 years of steroid use in bodybuilding. We haven't even had 100 years of data to collect over what this shit does. Barely a lifetime, one person's lifetime to understand the ramifications of these drugs. Yet, people pop them like they're fucking candy. Natural is gone by the wayside. Now what you can do natural is not even a fucking thing. It's not what you can do on Anavar, Primo, Tren, Winnie. That's not disparaging to anybody who does it. I'm just saying the implications that are tethered to drugs, people don't take into consideration because they're just after the fucking momentary bliss. What is the momentary bliss? A trophy? Dude, I got fucking tons of trophies in my fucking room, dude. They mean nothing. They mean fucking nothing right now. I'm going to give them to my child. That's the only thing that I'm going to do with those trophies. I'm going to give them to my fucking child. Not fucking child. I'm going to give them to my child. And if he or she wants them as things that her daddy or his or her daddy did, that would mean everything to my heart. But they mean nothing to me, dude. And I never took bodybuilding to any level that I could have because of the implications of drugs or what I needed to do to get to be competitive. You know, you can do, people can do, anybody can do whatever the fuck they want. But it doesn't mean that I'm entitled to my own fucking opinion and approach on things because of what I've been through, what I've experienced. This isn't me being immersed in this industry for a year and just seeing what it is for a year or two. I've been immersed in this industry for like 17 plus years. I mean, this is an issue, dude. And people don't see it like that because they equate, or they rather tether drugs with physiques that are healthy looking and healthy appearing. It's not the case. Not the case. Anyways. Fuck all that shit, bro. I'm really hard hitting against that because I don't think anybody should knowingly wreck their body for other people's acceptance. That's what it is. And that's what bodybuilders are doing when they compete. Competing's a fucking joke. It's about money. That's why there's so many classes now. That's why they started out making, what was it? That's why they started making the trunks. What is that called?
Men's physique?
Men's physique. That's a joke, dude. Let's omit the entire lower half or a half of the lower half, because let me tell you why. It was always hard for men to bring in their best physique when it came to their legs, their hamstrings, their quads, to get conditioned. They always came up fucking soft looking in their legs and or having no legs. Why? Because training legs is fucking hard. And to get conditioned legs, that's fucking hard, dude. So they said, you know what? Let's make a class that omits the legs. So we'll get more motherfuckers to compete. It means more money, more subscriptions to the NPC. Because you got to pay like $100, $120 just for an NPC card a year.
Just for a card for a
year,
yeah.
And then 70 or plus every class, correct? Mm-hmm. So
plus the entrance fee.
Yes, there's plus. But it's all fucking money, dude. Then,
it's like $700 fucking dollars to compete.
Right.
And like no one understands that. Like everybody thinks that like competing is cheap. It is not cheap any way, shape, or form. It is very, very fucking expensive to possibly get a medal. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like the things that like bodybuilders, you know, on top of the food, the travel, the sleepless nights, being depleted, being moody, being all that other bullshit. Like people don't understand like how hard it is to actually compete.
Right.
You know, and it's one of those things where I'm watching my words right now. People don't understand like how hard it is really actually to compete. It is very hard.
What are you watching your words with? Because I want to say them. whatever you're trying to say, let me say it. Because the chances are I side with what you're going to say.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are you trying to illustrate?
It's just like a lot of people don't understand that like people that, you know, do you win money for competing? No. Yeah,
when you're a professional, but
even
even professionals, they get paid almost nothing. You have to be a top 1% in the IFBB, competing at the Olympia or Arnold to make any significant amount of money. And by the way, the best of the best don't even make it to the Arnold, the Olympia. I mean, no, I shouldn't say that. The best of the best make it to the Arnold Olympia, but people that you would consider really good have a hard time making it there. Like, people have a really hard time. To get to the Arnold Olympia, it's very, very hard. And the payout, even if you win, is not worth the health complications. And it's not even worth the amount of money you put in for drugs for the year and or food.
Yeah, I think Classic gets like $50,000.
That's pennies.
And
what you do to your health, it's pennies.
And then Open gets, I think, $500,000.
But that's if you win.
That's if
Olympia.
That's if you win and you're Mr. Olympia.
You know, for reference, Tinderbox, you get money when you are endorsed by people, you're sponsored by people.
That's where the money comes in.
That's when you make your coin.
That's
but
where you
even
get the
to
money.
have that takes a lot to be that upper echelon of a bodybuilder. And again, it's not going to come unless you're doing obscene amounts of drugs as well. And quite possibly year round to maintain a certain look year round.
They put a lot of people went into men's physique because like there's no weight cap, right? So they can get as big upper body as fucking they physically want, right? They're not putting a weight cap.
Yeah, but they want a certain look too. So you
absolutely. They want that very very thin, slender waist with that big fucking upper body.
You're not going to be a big Ramy, put on board shorts, and win a fucking physique.
Did you see that? Was it you that told me about the Phil Heath with the board shorts?
I don't know.
Oh,
what happened?
Somebody sent me a picture of like. If Phil Heath did men's physique, and they put him like with a big old lat spread, and they put board shorts on him. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, like there's no weight cap, but you can still lose if you're too big in men's physique. You'll still lose if you're too big.
You have to pose right. You have to look a certain way. And the thing is, though, is like with men's physique, and I have a buddy who's getting ready to compete. I think he's like 8 weeks out from doing Tahoe. You don't have to learn a routine. You go up there, you hit 3, you do your front
mandatories.
You do your 3 mandatories, which is your front, your back, and then like your side waist twist gimmick. But yeah, you don't have to do like a full routine, which is, when you do classic, you do bodybuilding.
But you know why that is most likely? Because they have such this is my guess, they have such an influx of people competing now because it's so easy to compete because of what the criteria is. You basically just have to be good upper body, condition upper body. You know that conditioning the legs is going to come, what somebody looks good 8 weeks out, they may be showing etched out abs 8 weeks out.
Uh-huh.
The glutes and the hamstrings and the quads are fucking gooey looking.
Yep.
That takes another fucking 8 weeks to fucking get dialed in. But these guys can go in without doing all that, put some board shorts on, cover that shit up, do pretty good. And so they know that if we allow these guys to do so many poses, it's going to run out time. We have so many competitors to go through, so many classes to go through. There's so many hours in the night. So
a mutual I don't know, a mutual friend, maybe it's a mutual friend of ours. I'm not 100% sure. They competed this past weekend, right? And I was talking to him, and he didn't compete, but he was there, right? And he said that there were so many people doing men's physique. He goes, there was barely any bodybuilders, barely any classic. It was all men's physique guys in board shorts, like. There were so many fucking people doing men's physique that he goes, man, it was insane. Like how many men's physique people were there, and barely any bodybuilders.
You know why?
It's because people don't want to condition their legs.
It's because and they don't want to go through the extra work that it takes to do that.
I love training legs
because they're bitches.
I love training legs. I love that is one of the funnest things for me is getting that sickening feeling in my stomach. That dizziness, that sickening feeling, that I could barely walk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's one of the funnest things for me when I train legs. I train legs twice a week. I train legs Mondays and Fridays, right? I start the week and I end the week with legs. And that is one of the funnest things. On top of that, I'm doing the Stairmaster for 35 fucking minutes on pretty high. I'm like really working on leg conditioning right now because I believe that if I get really good conditioned legs, that it's gonna go fairly well. I love training legs.
I've always said legs show you who you are and what you're made of when it comes to your training efforts and your training intensity. Anybody could put forth intensity on bench press or rows or even shoulder press or some bullshit like that. Leg training really shows you what you're made of if you can endure it. People that don't, that's why you probably like leg training, because it kind of opens up an understanding of how tough you actually are. No other fucking workout does that.
Yeah.
None. Not even back training. Even though back training is pretty grueling.
Yeah.
Leg training, and by the way, I'm not talking about, just your standard 3 sets of 10 leg press, 3 sets of 10 squats. Nobody taking it to failure. None of that. I'm not 3 sets of extensions. I'm not talking about that. Those are pussy workouts. I'm talking about you actually putting yourself through the fucking ringer and you not being able to fucking actually you leaving the gym like you just got ran over and you don't want to talk to anybody and you can barely make it to your fucking car without, you know what I mean? Those are leg workouts.
I love
when
that.
you can walk out of the gym fine, you didn't train legs properly.
And
But-
I'm always ending with walking lunges. Always ending with walking lunges to failure. Like if I can't get up from doing walking lunges, that's on top of doing split squats. You know, that's on top of doing, you know, especially if I'm training my hamstrings. Yeah, that's on top of doing, you know, I'm using the hack squat, you know, doing front hack squats into fucking walking into split squats, into leg press, and that's after I warmed up with leg extensions, you know, to walking lunges, you know. Yeah, my leg workout's pretty fucking brutal, but like I love it.
Are you doing deadlifts?
I'm not doing deadlifts.
You're omitting a huge portion of the hamstring by not doing deadlifts. You know that, right? And whoever is, I don't know who's, are you devising your own workout plan?
No, he has a workout plan for me.
Okay, anybody who doesn't do stiff-legged deadlifts has weak hamstrings, and it'll show. It'll show on stage. You can't just get away with doing your 3, 4, 5 sets of fucking leg curls. I don't care if they're doing lying and seated. You gotta do fucking stiff-legged deadlifts. And by stiff-legged, I mean Romanian deadlifts. So that needs to be a massive, what would I call it? Center point of your hamstring training. If you're not now, start tomorrow or next leg training session with doing deadlifts, doing Romanian deadlifts, and play around with the rep ranges, play around with the weight, but that's gonna really blow the fuck out of your hamstrings. Because you're omitting 2 sections of the hamstring by not doing deadlifts. The semitendinosus and semimembrosus portions of the hamstring. You work the bicep femoris when you do leg curls or lying leg curls or anything like that, but you omit 2 major sections of the hamstrings when you don't do those. Staple, good word, Jessica. Staple. It needs to be a staple in your leg training.
Acting like she fucking knows. Come on.
But and that's honestly, dude, that's no dig to you. A lot of fucking people don't do that. A lot of people omit the deadlifts.
It's one of those things where it's just like it was just kind of like with the with the free squat, my lower back.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear. Is my lower back is the lower back, just because of my L4 and my L5. It's one of my biggest fears, is it going, you know, and that's and I know that can happen very quickly on a deadlift.
Could happen you walking up the stairs.
True, absolutely.
So I mean, like, you gonna not walk up the stairs now?
I wish I could. I wish I couldn't.
So
but I have stairs in my house, so I kind of have to. But no, but absolutely. But yeah, no. I mean, I do. Always a part of like, get the fuck out of here, acting like she trains legs. Fuck out of here with that. Come do a leg day with me and we'll see if you train legs. All right. Anyway, yeah, no, I just that I've always seemed like doing stiff leg is kind of more of like a back workout, more of anything. Like you're doing like you're at like a, not a seated position, not even close to a seated, but you have a slight bend in your legs, right?
Slight
Bend in your legs, and you're going all the way down your shin, right, and pulling up, correct, and then squeezing your glutes, correct?
I don't squeeze the glutes typically. I just go through, because there's nothing to be horizontally loading my hips, so there's no point in squeezing the glutes like people sometimes do. I mean, you can reset the pelvis in that hip extended position, but apart from that, there's no reason to squeeze the glutes because there's no horizontal force vector in there. So everything's vertically forced. Everything is a vertical force vector. And I know I'm talking a lot of jargon that people don't understand, but the only thing you have to really take into consideration here is that if you're doing hip thrust, for example, that would be a horizontal force vector. There is a point to squeeze the glutes. There's a reason to squeeze the glutes.
Yeah.
If you had a band around your hips and you were doing stiff-legged deadlifts, well, then there's a reason to squeeze the glutes because there's now a horizontal force vector that's an additional on top of the vertical force vector. But for purposes of the deadlift, just a small reset of the hips at the top in that fully hip extended position is all you need, and then back down through hip flexion. But I mean, you could see it as a back movement, but it's not when you're not using the same kind of weight. Well, I mean, yeah, you're not using the same kind of weight that you would do on a deadlift or conventional deadlift with a Romanian deadlift. And on top of that, if anything, it's a good thing to work your erectors. It also works your trunk, your core. It's not just you're working your hamstrings here.
So you're doing it with dumbbells.
You're working your traps, keeping the weight, stretching that, holding the weight, and having
and
that stretch.
And you're doing it with dumbbells, correct?
I do it with dumbbells and a barbell.
Or a barbell?
Yeah, and I fucking go heavy, dude. Like, a lot of people will say 12 to 15 reps because those muscles respond quite well to higher rep ranges. I do that, but also sometimes that can tire me out. And I'm all about force production. I'm all about progressive overload. So if I can progressively overload the muscle and apply more tension, because that's all the muscles understand is tension at the end of the day, then that's better for me. And that might look like 8 to 10. That might look like 6 to 8 or 6 to 9. But the point is, do them and don't omit them, because they're a massive staple, like Jessica Gray said, in the leg workout, And you'll see it, bro, because people, whenever they go on stage, I mean, you'll see people that omit hamstrings. They have fucking, not on top of genetics, but on top of the fact that they don't put in the work with the certain movements that they should. It'll be like analogous to you doing chest flies for chest press, or for you doing chest flies to build your chest and omitting the bench press. I mean, that's how big of a game changer deadlifts are to hamstrings. Like, would you do a chest workout with just cables?
No.
Would you go in there and just do cable flies for your chest workout just to get the fucking pump? Okay, well, that's similar to in terms of the illustration to omitting deadlifts from your hamstring training. You just don't do it,
Well, I will put them in.
Please. Just like 3 sets of 8 to 10, man. Start there, and then sometimes play around with doing deadlifts before squats. Especially if they are a weak link. I'm not saying they are, but if they are a weak link, put them in the beginning, man. Ooh, she even knows the name, RDLs. Jessica says, have to do legs. RDLs, some came from physical therapy. Even those bitch-ass physical therapists are teaching RDLs. I've never seen a muscular physical therapist. They're all fucking betas.
Beta! I haven't seen it's one of those, I haven't really seen like a really jacked fucking physical.
No.
Like a trainer either.
No, they're all beta.
And sitting there fucking talking about their weeks and shit. Like, what the fuck? Get out of here. Fucking
Their what?
Their weeks.
Weeks?
Like, oh, my week was great. No. Oh, you should be. Fuck out of here, dude. Let's get some fucking work done. God damn.
I wish we saw more of the trainers focusing on compound movements for their clients, man. I always see them putting them on the fucking machines and shit. I don't get it. Like, you're not getting results from a machine. And you're not going to teach proper movement mechanics in a machine because it's a fixed movement pattern. You need to get them on the fucking floor, and you need to have them move through space.
Get them on the
through
floor.
Squats, through lunges, through deadlifts, through shit like that. Even push-ups,
I love
They're not
push-ups.
doing none of that shit.
Love push-ups. I'm a big fan of push-ups. You're not doing push-ups. Do some fucking push-ups.
Yeah, start there. If you're not doing a workout routine, start by getting up in the morning and doing 30 to 40 push-ups.
Yeah.
Even if it's like girl push-ups where you're on your knees.
Yeah, on your knees.
Do that to wake yourself up.
I like doing push-ups. I'm a big fan of.
And then have a big cold glass of water.
Absolutely. And then dump the bitch right on your head.
That's right. Boom.
Bitch.
Booty and brawn.
Bye-bye.
Man, it's getting hot in this motherfucker.
It's fucking hot as fuck in here, dude. My fucking